George Santos of Queens could be spending his last night as a member of Congress. The U.S. House of Representatives is set to vote tomorrow on whether to oust him. And on the eve of that vote, Santos is making it clear that if he is shown the door, he will not be going quietly. Kevin Fry in our Washington, D.C. bureau joins me now with the very latest. Good evening, Kevin.
Hey, good evening, Errol. Things remain fluid here, of course, on Capitol Hill, but we did just learn that it looks like the votes will be happening sometime in the 10:30 range tomorrow. At least that's when the House is scheduled to go to the floor. So perhaps we'll have some sort of resolution to this question by noon tomorrow. Meanwhile, today, Santos was very much outspoken, offering a bit of an airing of grievances ahead of this potential vote.
This is bullying.
Congressman George Santos defiant, convening a press conference Thursday morning to rail against his colleagues and a pending vote on whether to remove him from office.
It's theater for the cameras, it's theater for the microphones, it's theater for the American people, at the expense of the American people, because no real work's getting done.
Hours later, lawmakers debated his fate. The third time the House has considered whether to expel the New York Republican. He survived the first two attempts. What's different now is a scathing new ethics committee report accusing him of deceiving donors, making up fictitious loans, and stealing from his campaign. Headlining calls for his ouster from the House floor, his fellow freshman Republicans from New York, an effort to distance themselves from Santos ahead of their re-election campaigns next year.
I ask my colleagues, if we do not take the ethics committee and their results seriously, then why even have the committee in the first place?
Santos spoke in his own defense, arguing he has not received due process, though the committee says he was not cooperative with their investigation.
It is a predetermined necessity for some members in this body to engage in this smear campaign to destroy me.
If Santos is expelled, New York's governor will schedule a special election. Joe Biden won the district, which spans Queens and Nassau counties, by 8 points. Democrats hope to flip the seat.
It's going to be up to Democrats to now clean up the mess in New York's 3rd congressional district that the Republican Party left behind.
Santos did also speak with members of the press this afternoon a second time, and among the things he said to us then, among the headlines, he said that he's no longer at this point losing sleep over whether or not he might be expelled come tomorrow. He was asked if he believes he's let down his constituents. He says, in a sense, yes, because of all of this drama and his inability to get much of anything done in terms of legislation. And then I asked him if he was concerned at all about the prospect of going to jail, and his response was, in part, well, wouldn't you be, Errol?